Hi, this is Malice Tarot, and this one's for Cancer for October. I'm going to get messages for Cancer for October. I almost forgot you there for a second, Cancer. Cancer for October. So we've got Rubicon. Even the hardest puzzle holds a solution. So there may be something that you're trying to work out with yourself, something that you are trying to establish or do, maybe something that you're trying to find out to get somewhere, or maybe you're trying to get to the bottom of something. There may be a truth that you're trying to get to the bottom of, and you're finding yourself running in circles and not really being able to catch up with what it is that you were actually chasing, like the answers that you were chasing. So it may be, you may be at a period where something's really confusing you, but you just need to know to be able to like kind of center yourself, get yourself kind of balanced and grounded, and look at it again. Keep looking at it until you find the solution, because every problem has a solution. Every puzzle, even the hardest puzzles, holds a solution. So there's something that's really getting away from you, and I think it more so is getting away from you because you're thinking it over too much. It's like when we overthink things and when we stare at things and we're looking at things, we miss a lot. And then if we just remove ourselves from the situation and put it down for 5 minutes and walk away from it and let our minds just kind of wander from it, when we come back to it, we start noticing details that we may have missed before. And the next card out was happiness. If happiness is what you want, then happy you shall be. And this is a card about manifestations to me. This is a card about willing in. You know, if you want to be happy, or if you want to achieve something, or if you want to solve something or get to the bottom of something, whatever you want to do and whatever it is that you want to achieve, even happiness, it's within your power to create that happiness. It's within your power to put it out into the universe, to draw that back in and be able to get the happiness that you're seeking. Thoughts become things. I've said this to somebody else this month as well. Thoughts become things. So you've got to remind yourself that you've got to think positively and chase whatever it is that you want. If you've got big dreams, or you want something that's going to make you really happy and something that's going to solve some kind of issue or confusion within yourself, if you want chasing the ability to be able to solve something like that, then it is within you to do that. When you've got to manifest it in, you've got to start thinking positively. You've got to start kind of stop the negative talk, stop talking to yourself negatively or putting yourself down or disallowing or thinking in that you're unhappy or that something's going wrong for you. You've got to start willing in the happiness that you want. But not only that, we can try for whatever we want. I will say we can try for whatever we want. So if it was a person, if it was someone that you wanted to connect with, if it was someone around you, or friends, or if it was wanting to connect with friend groups and stuff like that, or meet like-minded people, we can achieve that if we put in the effort to do it. Sometimes we don't like to do things because we get anxious, nervous, or we're worried about the reaction that we might get in a situation, but we have to take a chance. We have to put pride and ego to a side at some point and take a chance. Otherwise, we're standing in our own way. You can have whatever it is that you want. You can solve whatever issues you want, and you can find the happiness that you want, but you've got to take the steps to do it. Messages for Cancer, please, for October. Messages for Cancer, please, for October. We have Queen of Pentacles. Flip then. Queen of Pentacles. So it may be a job or some kind of investment or a business or some kind of financial situation that you're wanting to get into. And it may be in applying for it or going forward for it that you may have to take a test, or there may be something that you've got to do or be able to fill out, or some kind of qualification or something that you've got to get. And you might be thinking that you're out of your depth with it. You may be feeling that it is too much, or you can't achieve it, or it's confusing your mind to the point where you can't think straight when you're trying to do it, or you're trying to think on it, and it may be putting you off wanting to do something that you really want to do. We have the Six of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And this is also telling you, I don't know if you're in the midst of wanting to change jobs or anything like that. Well, the Queen of Pentacles, she's someone that is capable of looking after herself. It's someone that's capable of being single and looking after themselves and quite comfortable in their life. That is someone who's quite abundant and nurturing. It can speak of a mother figure. It's someone that can achieve, the Queen of Pentacles can achieve whatever she wants to set out to achieve. So if there's something that you're trying to do, and like it's saying puzzles here, but it may well be that you're trying to find a way into something. There may be a job that you need to find your way into, or a job that you need to plan for, because it might be something like an apprenticeship or something like that, you know, where money will be tight because you're on a lesser wage for a certain amount of time. And so it may be like trying to plan and make plans for going into some other kind of job, or even education now that I'm thinking about it. But it may be something where there's going to be some kind of cut to the finances, but you're already okay where you are, and in order to proceed with something, in order to do something that you really want to do, or something that will really make you happy, you might have to take some kind of pay cut, or you might have to make some serious plans for how you will financially support and get through a period of time where you might be on less money. Because I know with apprenticeships and stuff like that, I know they're quite cheeky because they class it as training you, and because they're training you, they don't pay you the proper wage. So it might be that you wanting to learn something or go into something, which if you get into it and you do learn it, you're going to be worse off for the short term, but in the long term, it's going to be something that's going to pay really well for you, and you will be back to Queen of Pentacles status, where you can want for nothing and move forward. And I feel like you would do that if you did go for it. If you didn't hold yourself back from going for it, I feel like you'd be very successful. I feel like it'd be something that there will be a victory. You will have recognition in whatever it is that you were trying to achieve. And I feel like it's something that you will go on to build with as well. It's something that you will go on to build with and make a career, instead of just having a job, making it a career, something that you can progress in and something that you can make better, and eventually kind of work for yourself in some respects, take on some kind of entrepreneurial kind of self-employment at some point. The Knight of Swords is about, he moves forward. He doesn't sit around waiting for things to happen. He doesn't sit around idly waiting for things to happen. He moves forward. He makes decisions, and he moves. He thinks and he moves, and he takes the action. And he goes forward in his truth, because it is what he wants and what he desires. He will go forward in his truth, and he will fight for what he wants. And I feel like this is you. I feel like you're being told that whatever it is that you try to get into or achieve, or whatever it is that you're trying to work out, or even if it's just self-happiness, even if it's just kind of getting yourself to a place where you're out of a gloomy area and you're into some kind of peaceful, happy, just peaceful state where you're not having worries, money worries, or connection worries about people who you may be having troubles with and stuff like that. So it may be that it's just a personal growth, a personal achievement that you're wanting to make for yourself in that respect. But I feel like it would be fantastic for you if you move forward, and I feel like you're being urged, really urged to go for it. Take on the Knight of Swords energy and just go after what you want. Here's the Heal Yourself cards, I think these are called. So we've got 29, discover your life purpose. So I feel like this is something that you have possibly been thinking, dreaming, wishing, hoping and praying to do at some point in your life, and get into a place where it's groundedness all day long, where you are comfortable and where you're not having to worry and stress and think about things, but there may be just this point where you're going to be worse off before you're better off, and it's that might be what's holding you back. That might be what's stopping you from moving forward in the situation at the moment. So we've got 17 and beauty, which is an 8, and you know, even though it says beauty, number 8 is a mastery number. It's about mastering of self, mastering a situation, mastering a puzzle that is being presented to you, or mastering your own happiness. This, even though it says beauty, the beauty in this card is being able to master self. With a little clock, she's got like a little time watch there or something. And it's almost like time's ticking, and it's like a reminder to you that time is ticking and you're not going to waste any more of it. You're not going to waste any more time. You're going to move forward to find your life purpose. And this is 29, which is an 11, which is a 2, which is about kind of partnerships, balance and duality. So it may even be like if it was in a self-healing kind of way, it may well be just kind of getting to grips with the lighter and darker parts of your nature and being able to merge them and be comfortable and confident in your skin, and not having to feel ashamed of one part or the other of you, that you're too much in one way or you're too much in the other. Being able to find a balance so that you can move forward and be happy. Anything more for Cancer? Oh, my dogs are going to kick off in a minute. So we've got Pride, which is number 7. Sevens are about reflection, like assessment, knowledge, but reflection. And then we've got 15, which is wild. 15 is a 6, and 6 is about harmony, cooperation and communication. I feel like with the Pride card being here, I feel like in order to maybe achieve something, in order to be able to move forward in some way, you may have to, because you might be in a place where you will be worse off for a period of time, you may have to rely on other people for help, or rely on somebody else to support you in some way in the short term, in the interim. And you may be too prideful to do that. You may be of the stance that, you know, you take care of, you're the one that takes care of everything, you're the one that looks after the family, you're the one that does this, you're the one that does that, and it's suddenly going to be like a role reversal, and this might not sit comfortable with you. You might not be happy about this. But the Pride also, in a personal sense, I mean in a relationship sense, this could be speaking to that the Pride is that you may be able to find your happiness or go after your happiness, but your pride is holding you back. You're being stubborn and egotistical, and it's like you see that she's turning into a skeleton there. It's almost like you're causing a death to self, and it's a need to cause death to pride and not to self, not to your happiness. You shouldn't be causing the death to your happiness because of your pride. It should be the other way around. With the Wild Deer, I get that kind of 6 of Swords vibes from this card. Six of Swords meets the Hermit. I mean, it's on the Wild card is about taking chances. It's about being daring, daring to dream, daring to chase your dreams, daring to be happy, daring to go after what makes you happy, daring to communicate and speak out to people that you want in your life. If you've broke connections with people, daring to speak to them and having the guts to speak to them, to drop your pride and go forward and speak to them and reconnect and make the connections again, dropping the ego, having the guts to do that. But in a work type sense, it could be that you're just jumping on a chance. There's this opportunity that's coming up for you. There may be something that's coming up for you and you need to drop the pride, maybe take the help from somebody else or let somebody else take the reins while you establish yourself in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And once you get there and you get sorted and you get past the whole trials part of it and the whole apprenticeship part of it, you are going to be making fantastic money. So it's just a short-term amount of help that you would need. But don't be too prideful. You say pride comes before a fall, don't they? It's usually the fall from grace. It's the fall from happiness. The fall into the dark night. Get one of these to close up with. So we've got retreat. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. And this is what I was saying a minute ago about moving away from a situation. If something is getting that stressful for you, it's like a power keg waiting to blow, then you need to remove yourself from that situation and give yourself a break. Give your mind and yourself a break from it, especially if it's something that if you try to find something out, or if you try to work something out, or you try to get to the bottom of something, you need to take a break from it. You need to get your mind off it and clear your mind and just allow your mind to think on anything but that, something that's going to make you happy, and just move yourself away from a situation for a while, just so when you come back to it, you're coming back to it with fresh eyes. So when you look at it again, you are going to be noticing the nuances and the details that you have not noticed before, because your mind just could not concentrate to think on it, because it was just going fuzzy because it was too much. But there's a need to drop, in whatever respect this may be, there's a need to drop pride to be able to take chances, jump forward, take the leap, move towards something. And it's all up to you whether you do that. I feel like you should, because you will be very victorious. I mean, this card is a card of victory. This is a card of success. This is being recognised for the effort and energy that you put into something. So I'm going to leave that there. All right, thank you.